Energy can be found in many forms, but where does it come from? Where does it end up? Hopefully, by the end of this video, we have answered these questions and any others you may have about cell energetics. All the energy that enables us to do sports, go to school, and even eat our food comes from the sun. Yes, all of it. Back in August, when the sun shone down on this grass or other plant cells, it would undergo a process called photosynthesis that enabled it to use the heat and light energy from the sun to make its own food.
In photosynthesis, there are two major processes taking place. The first is the light reactions, which are fueled by the energy from the sun. In these light reactions, the energy carrier NADPH is produced along with ATP to fuel the Calvin cycle, which in turn produces a sugar called glucose, to be used to fuel the functions of the plant.
After the energy is utilized in the plant might just be eaten by an animal, let's say a cow. It enters the cow's body, and its energy is harvested within the cow by the process of cell respiration.
Glucose, along with the oxygen produced by the plant cell, is broken down to release the potential energy in its bonds. This energy is used to make ATP, the main energy carrier of the cell, along with the byproducts CO2 and water.
Now let's pause to examine the first law of thermodynamics. This is a simple statement that says, energy cannot be created or destroyed. This is illustrated in the example of the energy from the sun being used by the plant, and then the cow consuming the plant and gaining its energy, and eventually the human consuming the cow and gaining the energy originally from the sun. Now when the poor cow is killed and butchered, it is made into, for example, a hamburger. Then the human eats the burger, or in Olivia's case, the salami, since she is so very fond of it, and the energy enters the human's body as proteins and glucose, much like the cow, and undergoes cellular respiration so the energy can be used by the cells in the human body.
The forms of energy that we've discussed so far are heat and light energy from the sun, and chemical energy held in the bonds of glucose, or food. Now we'll go over potential and kinetic energy.
When our test subject...
Test subject? I thought I was promised cookies if I jumped off the...
Would you be quiet, test subject? Now, as I was saying, when our test subject is standing on the counter...
It's a cliff! It sounds stupid when you say it's a counter.
Or whatever. When she is standing on the cliff... her potential energy is higher than when she is standing on the chair.
Did you teleportate me?
When she is standing on the chair. Fine, it's a hill. And it's the lowest when she is standing on the ground, since she has nowhere to go.
What? How do you keep doing this? I love tricolor rotini.
After Olivia jumped off the cliff, she gets hungry and decides to make some pasta.
I do? I don't like pasta.
She decided to make some pasta, so she needed to boil the water.
When the water is cold, there is low kinetic energy because the water molecules aren't moving around a whole lot. As the water heats, the molecules gain more energy and start to move around and bump into each other and the sides of the container, or in this case the pot, and steam is given off as heat energy as the water boils.
I wonder if the pot's hot enough yet. What? Can I just have cookies? Really? I mean, come on!
And this brings us to our second law of thermodynamics. All the energy given off in the form of heat will cause chaos in the universe. As the heat goes into the atmosphere uncontrolled, such as a person sweating, or in this case Olivia getting angry and unleashing chaos.